It's morning. I have therapy in 30 minutes, so we're gonna try to get this message out because apparently I'm on the clock. Have you ever just been nudged by your spiritual team at the most ridiculous time and you're just like, right now, guys? And they're like, yes, bitch, right now. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh. Don't ask. Medicine. And that's all I have to say. We're doing a 7-card pull, and we're going to try to do this in 30 minutes because I need to talk about my mental health. Yesterday I was so pissed off for good and righteous reasons, and then like my resilience settings kicked in and I was just like, okay, I'm done being angry now. Like, I'm still angry, I still have that rage, but it's like, it's supposed to be there and it's not supposed to like take me out in the process, and that's for somebody. Not supposed to take you out, you're supposed to use it. So if you don't know how to use it yet, that's okay. You will figure it out. The universe is going to show you how to use and channel that energy into a positive change in the world. That's all I have to say about yesterday. I got me some green grapes and I've got 7 cards. 7 is my lucky number, so, and I've seen a lot of these cards before. As you know, I don't do too much investigating, but gosh, this is what I do. I don't know who this will help. But I actually really enjoy doing something like visualization tools whenever I'm like hanging out with my spiritual team. Sometimes I need to just complain, and so I do these pulls, and usually like a 7-card pull is just a lot of goddesses sharing with me how to like get myself back together. And it's almost like it's the same energy as if you like went to lunch with your homegirls and they were all just like really healthy and they have their own baggage and their perspective and they're sharing with you how to like use these attributes to really elevate your life. And I think I need it. It's funny because the first card that I pulled was Ketesh of Sacred Lust, and I am literally burning a sexy candle right now. Something told me, my team was just like, we're not banishing any negative energies right now. We're not even worried about that. We've got something else right now. I don't know what energy this is because there's a lot of different cards in here with like different energies, but the first one has to do with my little sexy candle that I've got going. Like, it was at Michael's on sale, and it smells like a hotel rendezvous, and that's what we're doing. Ketesh Sacred Lust. Let's get into it. 26. I'm still recovering, by the way, so if you hear me like sniffling and stuff, that's why. It says here, I'm gonna read these fast, I really gotta go. Ketesh, goddess of sacred lust, Egypt. Temple of lovers, element of fire. Ketesh, the mistress of the gods, is the Egyptian goddess of sacred sexuality, ecstasy, and fertility. Her 2 men, yes, are the fertility god Min and Montu, the god of war. Ketesh's guidance is you are an erotic creature. You have a divine right to experience sensual ecstasy. It is sacred to give and receive pleasure. Embodiment. You deserve to feel good. It feels good to feel good, so allow yourself to feel good. Lean into your sacred lust. Turn up your own fire and quench your own thirst. Dance with pleasure. You daring to embrace your sensuality will set the world on fire. Goddess declaration, it feels good to feel good. I'm not going to even address this just yet because the next one is 39, level up. Level up, level up, level up. Queen Ya Asantewa, 39. Let's get into it. Thank you, Sierra, for like kind of getting me excited to live with that song. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just be out here like remembering it's cool to be alive just because of that song. Thank you, Sierra. Goddess of leveling up, Ashanti, Ghana, Temple, Queens, element bush. Queen Ya Asantewa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the war of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the region's Kra, life force energy. Guidance is raise your standards. Leap forward for one. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. Embodiment. Time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So inspired action helps you level up. Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, visualization is a great start. What the hell did I say? Visualization techniques. Goddess declaration, divine timing is on my side. Hell yeah. Moving on. Number 28, soul forgiveness. Mbokomu. All right, 28. Let's get into it. That one I felt something. And this picture is a woman with her 2 children in this beautiful garden. And I don't believe I've ever pulled this card for myself before. Good grief. Sorry, camera focus can be difficult. Goddess of soul forgiveness, Bantu, temple of lovers, element bush. For the Ngombe Bantu, goddess Mbokomu was the first woman. Her father, Akongo, the cranky supreme god, put Mbokomu and her loud children in a basket and dismissed them to earth. Her guidance says, who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you, from you. I think I know where this is going. You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Ooh. Take the time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim-colored glasses, but forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self-forgiveness. Say out loud, I forgive myself with love. Goddess declaration, I forgive and free myself, and I forgive and free others. I think I know where this is going, because the next one now is scarcity. Sokoyant, scarcity, number 21. I'll put these in the description, probably. I say that I will, and then I tend to forget, but I'm gonna try. Shadow of scarcity, Trinidad diaspora, temple of shadows, element air. Beauty by day and hag by night, the Sokoyant is an energy vampire, also known throughout the diaspora as Ol Higu and Buhag. Whether energy or blood, for vampires there is never enough to go around. The shadow guidance, you have so much more than you realize. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasure, and prosperity. Be grateful for your riches. Embodiment, stop going to the ocean and asking for a thimble full of water. It doesn't feel like it when you're desperate, but scarcity and lack are an illusion. Prosperity is believing that there is an overflow, more than enough love, happiness, well-being, and money to go around. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. That is scarcity consciousness. When you embody lack, you are always hungry, tired, and jealous. Make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for right now? Goddess declaration, my blessings always overflow. I think I know where this is going, because we're back to Urzuli Dantor's etheric chord, and we've pulled this one before too. I believe we also pulled level up, but this one I know we pulled already. Number 27. And that one is Goddess of Etheric Chords, Haiti, for those of you who speak a different language that accommodates that pronunciation. I've heard people say it in my family. Temple of Lovers, element fire. Urzuli Dantor fought elbow to elbow with her people during the Haitian Revolution to protect mothers and children. She represents the healing of the Dark Mother. Guidance, if it isn't wholehearted love, release it. Remember your worth. Embodiment, the energy cords binding you and someone you no longer wish to be attached to are strong. You must be willing to let go. Close your eyes, see divine swords of God, goddesses, loving light separating you and dissolving the cords between you. You are both whole and healed. Just as you shower to cleanse physical grime, there is also grime in the form of energy cords. Also called karmic ribbons, emotional cords, or etheric cords, spiritual maintenance is required. Goddess declaration, I am worthy, compassionate, and whole. Yes, the hell you are. Okay, 2 more. Number 35, Queen Nandi, intuition. I think I know who I'm talking to. And it's the same people I was talking to yesterday. Okay. All right. If I can turn the page. Queen Nandi, goddess of intuition. Zulu, temple of queens, element fire. Queen Nandi was the mother of warrior king Shaka Zulu. His father's royal family first rejected her. They said that she wasn't pregnant and her belly resulted from an Ishaka beetle sting. But Nandi knew her son would be great before he was born. Guidance, you already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance. What is your guidance telling you? That's the embodiment. Put your hands over your third eye, center of your forehead, and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? And then follow your first instinct. The Creator and your ancestors connect with you through your intuition. Thank you. Trust your internal GPS. Their nudges, the signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down. Go for a walk, meditation. Be present with nature and pay attention. Being present allows you to feel, hear, see, and sense your guidance. Proudest declaration, I am knowing. Okay, last one, 31. Live out loud. Yasigi. I love that one. Goddess of living out loud. Dogon Mali, temple griots, element water. Yasigi has the reputation of being a free-spirited party goddess. For the Dogon people of Mali, she was the very first Yasigni. The Yasignis are women empowered to participate in the masked dances. Guidance, express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and magic. Express your you-ness. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. That's okay. You are not meant to. That's embodiment. I don't know if I said that. Living out loud and self-expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self-expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming your points of view. Introverts may speak in other ways and save the louder parts of their personalities for loved ones. Goddess declaration, I am free to express myself fully. All right. So now that we're done being angry, let's talk about the fact that we are no longer assault survivors. We are assault thriving. You know, we're just thriving out here despite the assault. We did survive it. But some of us know that we're not there anymore in any way. Or if you are there in a small way, like where you're feeling, you know, a sense of unease around relationships that are kind of like pulling at you in those ways that are very triggering, it's time to stand up for yourself. No more surviving, no more flight response, no hopping away in fear. It's time for you to put your armor on, as we discussed, whatever that looks like. For me, it's these, and it's time to just start speaking your fucking truth and being able to connect on deeper levels with people who you know are actually safe. You sexy ass bitch. Like, those people who did heinous shit to you cannot take this shit away from you. This is yours. The sacred lust, it's yours. It's yours. That's yours. So level the fuck up, okay? Because whatever you have to do, I think I'm talking to people who are supposed to be birthing nations, high-key. I know that seems like really big, but like, your trauma is blocking this blessing of abundance. And it didn't happen because you wanted it to. And it's fucking unfair that you are the one that has to body all of the healing process on your own, because those fucktards will not ever look you in the eye and say, I'm sorry, I did do those awful things to you and I am sorry. They won't. You have to do it for your fucking self. You learned. And you know. You learned and you know. So break the fucking cycle. You are no longer surviving. And live your goddamn beautiful ass truth. Yeah. I managed to get through that really fast because I was rushing. I have an anxiety, actually, I have generalized anxiety and bipolar too. And I have tried so many medications. And the only thing that helps me is legal marijuana. It's the only thing. The medication, like 0.2 seconds after I take it, puts me in an even darker space than I was before. I used to have chronic, inconsistent ideations of erasure, self-erasure, like every day, all day, every day type of, like, it was just an impulse even to think. And now I can honestly say that, like, if it happens, it's because I'm trying new meds and not because I actually want to go. And so I'm able to find tools and ways around those things. But spirituality really helped me get out of that too, having these like goddess baths, because I'll lay down with some ambient music, and I'll put an eye mask on, and I'll put a heating pad over my stomach or on my back, and I'll bundle up, and I'll get real cozy and comfortable, and I'll listen to ambient music, and I have a Pinterest board actually of just a make-believe land that I can reside in to comfort and to soothe and to recover. And usually before or after I just take myself to that place to relax, I'll envision myself in an elaborate bathroom full of gorgeous goddesses, you know, that are all like, you know, one by one sharing this information with me. I'll read it, and then I'll either go, usually I'll actually read first and then go back into that place with the music and the ambiance and my visualization tools, and I'll just imagine like a beautiful divine homeworld just being like, hey girl, like it's time to level up. You have the intuition, you have the tools to break this cycle, you have the tools to free yourself from that time that was awful, that happened to you. You know, and you may never ever hear from the people that hurt you that they are sorry. And you have to fucking keep going despite that, because they just wanted you to stay there. And that's not our path, that's not what we're meant for. They don't get to tell us that, they don't get to treat us that way and expect it. So if that tool can help you, it has helped me. And I actually didn't learn that from therapy. I just started hacking my system a long time ago, and was just like, look, if I'm gonna have my head in the clouds nonstop, you know, filling up notebook after notebook full of stories that I'm making up and fan fictions, if I'm gonna be disassociating halfway through bullshit conversations because I'd rather be anywhere but here, and all the other things that I used to survive those awful, heinous moments in my life, then surely I can use them to mend. And I did. Do with that information what you want. There's a lot of creatives in my space, I think, on the way. As my twin flame says, my abundance is an escrow. And so whoever my community is, we are very like-minded creatives, and we can hack our brains to do what we need to do in order to get past this stuff, because we have work to do. And that trauma that happened, that consistently happened, you know, even when we see it in our current lives, like, we're no longer infants that are trying to survive and, you know, under the cloak of darkness. We are grown-ass warriors that can fight for our right to exist living out loud. That's the message, that's the tea. That's what I have for you today. And the Sacred Lust card is my favorite because I've been getting that one a lot in my polls, and I didn't understand because I never knew how to have that energy in a healthy way until I started the journey of being honest and loving with myself. I had to free myself from that facilitation energy that I was put in against my will. And I had to set new ground rules for myself. And so now I am very powerful simply because I set the tone for myself. And just because I have the ability to harness whatever energy that is does not mean that everyone has access to it. And no one gets to tell me that just because I embody it, that means that they get to overstep and access further. Someone needed to hear that. Someone in the music industry needed to hear that. Just because you're offering to do something nice for a new and up-and-coming person does not mean that you are entitled to anything more than the nice thing you offered up front. If you want more, fucking say that. And trust me, it's not predatory if you're honest. If you're saying this is what you want, there are human beings out here who want that setup. They're willing to do that. But when you're starting to be manipulative and underhanded and finding backdoor entrances to get the things that you want, fuckery. I see lots of fuckery. And that's not okay. I keep saying I have to sing every video. My voice is still, like, my throat's still messed up from norovirus, actually. Like, that one's still lingering. My stomach stuff is good, though. So that's nice. But it did knock me out. And that's, you know what, like, but I'm recovering, and I'm doing everything that I need to do. Someone needs to know that there's some, like ginger root at the store that you should get and make a tea out of. That might help you. Yeah, I don't know, like, whether it's for performance purposes or family building purposes or just full stop self-love purposes, there is nothing wrong with it. And you get to set your boundaries around that energy and that output. No one has the right to you just because you're expressing yourself in a sensual way. That is not an invitation to do anything other than to observe what you've chosen to put out. Yeah, someone needed to fucking hear that. And I've had this burden on my chest. I don't know who I'm talking to, but just before I wrap this up, there is no version of that story where you are supposed to sacrifice anything and do uncomfortable and awful things in order to get what you want. There is a human being out here who genuinely wants to just help people. So those of you who are feeling uncomfortable in relationships that are supposed to be helping you, but they seem to be asking for way more on the back end than they had admitted up front, and you feel that, I'm just here to let you know that, like, you're not crazy and you are strong and capable enough to call it out. And if you're afraid, if there's a scarcity mindset in there telling you that, like, oh, but I need this person because they're helping me do this thing, you know, they have this power dynamic, they can get you into rooms, the divine would never put you in a situation to compromise yourself. I'll let you know that from fucking now. Your good God, whoever that is, the universe, source, the divine, would never put you in a position to damage yourself, your dignity, your self-respect, your self-worth. I'm not talking to people who want to do that. I'm talking to people who do not and are feeling pressured because they need something that this person or this organization is offering, and they're not being upfront contractually about what the expectations are. If it's not fucking written in the contract, like, sorry, I have a burden for this as a survivor, and as a thriver, as both of those things, because they were both me. They are both aspects of me, the survivor and the thriver, and they're both aspects of you. Embrace them both, but you're not living in survivalism anymore. Whoever I'm talking to is preparing for survivalism because you're about to step out into an area that you know has a lot of fucking predators out there. Homie, don't start, like, preparing for blood in the water where it doesn't exist. There are also a lot of, like, places that are safe out there that want what you have at no cost. At no cost. If you are called, sorry, my alarm. If you are being called into a sensual and sacred place for whatever reason, and you are afraid of people who do not have the right accessing you, all I have to say is, you are free. There are people out there who do not want more than what you are offering. It is a consensual relationship. Your collective is looking for you. I have therapy in 10 minutes. You know, and it's funny, I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I was just like, because I've been having such bullshit technical difficulties. Like, iMovie on my phone, that is free, has the audacity to, like, anytime I have to, like, smoosh videos together for every single time I do a video, there's an interruption of some sort. And like, me last year would have, like, given up, would have been pissed off, would have thought this was a sign. But we persevere in this bitch now. Like, we persevere. We're not giving up, okay? And so that being said, I literally, every single video that you see is either a second recording altogether or I'm interrupted somehow through, like, things, you know, and you know, things that happen. You know, I had a timer to remind me that, hey, you know, in 10 minutes you got therapy, and that's, you know, normal, but I didn't think about it. Before that, you know, I'm doing a video and someone has to tell me something right then and there. You know, and it's loving and it's beautiful, so it's fine. But it's just like, me last year would have seen it all as some divine sign to stop, because like the iMovie app on my phone, whenever I try to put videos together, the whole first video is completely black. You can't see me. And so then I keep downloading an app that will do it, and then the next day, oh, United States banned this app, and I'm like, oh, what is going on? But we persevere in this bitch, because I think I just need to be uploading these videos no matter how fucking hard it is. Because I can see predators, and I can see predatory behavior. I see the trajectory of it. I see what it can do. I see how it's transformed my life and the lives of others that I love. And my ministry may or may not be to confront these types of people head on. I don't know. But what I know at this stage in my life, I'm on YouTube in bunny ears, in a tent in my in a stimming tent in my living room, talking to people who are like me, who need to break free of that prey mentality. We persevere, and we are more than prey. We are more. And we have to fight back any way that we can, including but not limited to breaking these etheric cords, surrendering that scarcity mindset to the universe, and allowing abundance to come into our lives. Stripping away those memories that, you know, make us revert into that space where we're just sexual facilitators to whoever wants to take from us, and, you know, embodying that sacredness. There's something sacred about that, by the way. Just for those of you who don't understand that you are more than just your spouse's property, I just want you to know that, like, maybe your God and your religion doesn't tell you that, but if you're here this long into the video, I'm gonna tell you that the divine that I follow says that you're more than property of your spouse. And I'm done. Actually, I'm not done. Real quick, I'm usually supposed to be like referencing a movie. Not supposed to be, but I tend to like connect my things with like media and music and media, TV shows and whatnot. And the idea of being more, you know, oddly, I don't watch a lot of like sexy movies. For a romance novelist like myself, who I haven't published yet, but I write romance. And for someone who enjoys smut and romance, I don't participate too much in the consumption, like, visually of it. But you are meant for more, and you need to tap into this thing. And I think that Head in the Clouds by Naïka, I listened to the song nonstop and didn't remember who sang the song. But Head in the Clouds, and I think it's like Naïka. I could probably put it in the description. I gotta hurry up though, because I'm gonna be late for therapy if I don't hurry the hell up. But they did this song. It's cute, and it's like, it's got that kind of sacred energy while it's also breaking chords, etheric chords in the song. But it's like, nah, I got a new philosophy. Have you heard? I don't know if you've heard it, but it's just like, I gotta fight for myself. I got my head in the clouds, won't let you hold me down. Head in the clouds, won't let you hold me down. And I'm singing it low because, like, she's a soprano. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I gotta fight for myself. Ain't got holding me down. I feel invincible now. Finally finding myself. Yes, okay, that's the energy you need to embrace. I will post the song in the comments. I can't post links, but I'll post the song. Listen to that shit on repeat. That's your mantra. Get your head in the clouds, babe. It's time to fucking level up. Don't let them keep you anymore. Nama! Nama! Okay, I love you. I gotta go. Bye.